Miracles and divine healing. Most people think they ended with ancient times. But what if the most fascinating aspect isn't the supernatural events themselves, but how ordinary people respond when confronted with the extraordinary?
You know what's particularly intriguing about this story from Acts? It wasn't some planned healing service, just two guys heading to their regular afternoon prayers when they encountered a man who'd been lame for over 40 years.
The historical context really brings this alive. This beautiful gate where it all happened was this massive structure, 75 feet high, made of Corinthian brass, with these enormous double doors that literally took 20 men to open and close each day.
That's fascinating about the gate. And this beggar had basically become part of the landscape there. People probably walked past him every day without a second glance.
Well, what's really striking is how Peter and John broke that pattern. Instead of avoiding eye contact like most people would, Peter actually tells the man, "Look at us," creating this moment of real human connection.
Hmm. And the man's response is so natural. He perks up thinking he's about to get some money. But then comes that famous line about silver and gold.
Right. And you know what's interesting? There's this medieval story about a cardinal showing off the church's wealth to a monk, saying, "We no longer have to say silver and gold I do not have." And the monk replies, "Yes, but neither can you say rise up and walk."
That really captures something essential about how institutions can lose their spiritual power while gaining worldly influence, doesn't it?
Absolutely fascinating. And speaking of power, Luke's medical background shows through in how he describes this healing. He uses these super specific technical terms about feet and ankle bones that don't appear anywhere else in ancient literature.
Well, that's quite the detail. It's almost like reading a modern medical report.
And then there's this incredible moment where the formerly lame man doesn't just walk, he's literally leaping and praising God. Can you imagine the scene? This creates such a commotion that people start running from all over the temple complex to see what's happening.
The way Peter handles that crowd is remarkable too. Instead of basking in the attention, he almost seems frustrated that people are focusing on him and John.
You know what's really powerful about Peter's response? He immediately connects this healing to their Jewish heritage, referencing Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, but then makes this bold claim that Jesus is the Holy One, a term used over 40 times in the Old Testament to refer to God Himself.
That must have been quite shocking to his audience. How did they respond to such a direct challenge?
Well, that's where it gets really interesting. Peter confronts them about their role in Jesus' death, but, and this is crucial, he does it while acknowledging they acted in ignorance and offering hope for redemption.
So he's basically saying there's still a chance to be part of something bigger?
Exactly. He's offering them not just personal salvation, but a role in God's cosmic timeline. He suggests that if the Jewish people as a whole embrace Jesus, it could actually hasten his return. That's quite a proposition when you think about it.
And all of this started with what seemed like just another ordinary day at the temple.
You know, that might be the most powerful lesson here, how the extraordinary often emerges from the ordinary. Peter and John weren't doing anything unusual that day. They were just going to pray, but they were ready when the moment presented itself.
That really brings it home for modern listeners. The idea that any ordinary moment could become extraordinary if we're open to it.
And perhaps that's what makes this story timeless. It shows how transformation often comes through unexpected people, at unexpected times, in unexpected ways. But it always points back to the same source of power,